everybody having a good time? It's 4th of July. You had the day off.
Yeah! Poor thing's been talking to herself all day.
All right. Well, Kids Party Palace would like to thank every one of you for coming out tonight or today. We've had a great turnout. We will be open. I heard somebody say till 11. I thought we were going through the fireworks, but looks like we might be here a little while longer. So if you want to stay and play after the fireworks, go ahead. We will open back up at 10 o'clock in the morning and go through dark tomorrow. So for those of you who just got here, maybe just came down for the fireworks, didn't know we were here, bring the kids back tomorrow. They can play all day, $12. It'll wear them out and you won't have to rock them to sleep tomorrow night, I promise. So y'all come back tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and get kicked off with our salute to the veterans. This is the 4th of July, a holiday that a lot of times we just think of as another day off, but it has a lot of meaning. And so what I'd like to read to you is just a little brief thing. It says, on this day in 1876, the founding fathers of our great nation adopted the Declaration of Independence, declaring our independence from Great Britain. It is said that John Adams, who later became the second president of the United States of America, wrote the following to his wife on July 3rd, 1776. This, the second day of July, 1776, will be the most memorable epoch in the history of America. I am apt to believe that it will be celebrated by succeeding generations as the great anniversary festival. It ought to be commemorated as a day of deliverance by solemn acts of devotion to God Almighty. It ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, with shows and games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other, from this time forward and forevermore. Mr. Adams' prediction was off only by by 1 day. But 238 years later, we are still celebrating our independence much like he had envisioned all those years ago. However, as we all know, freedom does not come free. An estimated 50,000 American soldiers were wounded or died fighting for our country's independence during the American Revolutionary War. In the 238 years since, over 38,000 American soldiers have gone missing in action. 1.5 million have been wounded in service, and 1.3 million have given their lives protecting our country and our freedom. Freedom comes at a high price, and that is a price that not everyone is willing to pay. So tonight, we would like to take a few minutes just to honor a few of our own hometown heroes who were willing to pay that price. The first of whom is a man who probably needs no introduction. He has served in the United States Army Reserves from 1963 to 1969, where he was promoted to E5 rank. After leaving the service, he attended Louisiana College and Northeast University. In 1976, he began his career in public service as a city councilman. He currently serves as the mayor of the great city of Vidalia. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Hiram Copeland.
Thank you very much. She said some great words in her presentation. I want to thank each and every one for being here tonight. Today, I'm a history buff, and I was watching the Revolutionary War and the events that had taken place in all those years. And I started thinking, if those men had not sacrificed their lives, we probably wouldn't be here today. Can you imagine what they went through in those troubling years in the past? And also our veterans today. I'm so proud of each and every one of them. As they come back home from Iraq and Afghanistan and other areas in the Middle East, we welcome them back for the services they give our country. So tonight we're here to honor some of those veterans throughout the past wars and the present war. I want to start off with the United States Air Force. Technical Sergeant James Denny Bozeman is a native of Fairview, Louisiana, a graduate of Vidalia High School. He enlisted in June 1986 and completed basic training for the United States Air Force on January the 23rd, 1987 as a control specialist. From 1991 to 1995, Tech Sergeant Bozeman was stationed in the United Kingdom as an aircraft structural maintenance journeyman. In 1995, Tech Sergeant Bozeman was reassigned to Pope Air Force Base, North Carolina, with the 43rd Maintenance Squad. In 1999, Tech Sergeant Bozeman volunteered and was selected for a special duty assignment as a military training instructor and assigned to Lackland Air Force Base, Texas in 2004. He was reassigned to the 57th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada, as a structural maintenance captain. He retired from the United States Air Force on February the 1st, 2007. During his service, Tech Sergeant Bozeman received numerous awards, ribbons, and medals. Since that time, he has served the people of Concordia Parish as a deputy and currently serves as quartermaster with the Vidalia Police Department. He and his wife, Michelle, have been married for 25 years, have 2 sons. Their oldest son, Nathan Bozeman, is now following in his father's footsteps, serving in the United States Air Force. I'd like to introduce Tech Sergeant retired James Denny Bozeman. Thank y'all, everybody, for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. And God bless America. Next, we're going to have the United States Marine Corps, Cliff Robertson. He's 30 years old and is a sergeant with the Vidalia Police Department. Seems like we got all these servicemen returning back and working with the Vidalia Police Department. We appreciate that. He served 7 years in the United States Marine Corps. His rank was sergeant, and his job was in marine aviation. Clint served from 2002 to 2009 as a combat veteran in Kuwait and Iraq. Sergeant Robertson was stationed in Camp Pendleton, California, New Orleans, Louisiana, Pensacola, Florida, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, Parris Island, South Carolina. Sergeant Robertson has 4 children and is engaged to Tracy Limby. Sergeant Robertson.
Just want to say thank you for coming out tonight, and God bless our troops currently serving and our veterans. Thank you.
This next one I'm awful proud to say a few words about him. Is Doug McAllister, United States Army, 1964-67. Served in Germany and Kuwait, South Vietnam. Currently serves as president of the Mississippi Veterans Coalition. And I want to say something very special about this gentleman. When we have our services for our military personnel that come back and are killed in action, he attends the majority of these services, and I'm very proud to say that I know Doug McAllister. He currently serves as president of the Mississippi Veterans Coalition. He's a post leader, Point Man International Minister, life member American Legion Post 4, life member VFW Post number 9573, and is married to Carolyn.
Thanks for everyone coming out to support America's birthday. And I would just share with you one thing that is pretty commonplace in the veterans community, the military community. Nobody knows the origin of this, but it's so true. And these men back here can relate to it better than most people can. And somewhere during Vietnam there was a phrase that was coined, and it says, "You haven't lived until you have almost died." And for those who fought for it, freedom has a flavor that the protected will never know. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Next, we have Eli Noah, Coast Guard, Bozeman, mate, first class, hometown Plains, Montana, spouse Danelle, daughter Carol, 19 years of service in the Coast Guard, current unit USCGC Greenbrier, Natchez, Mississippi, past units USCGC Casca, Hilo, Hawaii, CGMSST, Galveston, Texas, CGAs to Navigation Team, Kendrick, West Washington, USCGC Woodworks, Sitka, Alaska,